I'm getting really bloody annoyed now, right? I'm walking home after being at my girlfriend's all weekend, and I think, oh, I'll log into my YouTube and have a little look at the comments, and I'll start reading them. Tic-tac, tick, tic-tacs, T-A-X, like I'm some kind of financial levy to be imposed on someone's wages. Tic-tac, I think it's meant to be smackhead, but you spell smack and head wrong. It's just pathetic, right? And then I get home, and outside my house on the lamppost, I've ripped it up a bit now, but this is on there. Picture of me, why the long face, tic-tac prick. And again, you've not even spelled tic-tac right, T-A-C-K, like I'm some kind of pointy thing to be put into a notice board. Outside my house, I posted my own picture from Facebook that you've stolen. And I know it's just a couple of different people opening multiple accounts on YouTube and stuff, but how pathetic you have to be to spend the time to come outside my house and print posters off and come and stick them up outside. I will catch you because I'm wily like a fox, and if I dedicate myself to something, I always achieve it. I will catch you and there will be hell to pay. I'm not going to tell you what I'll do to you because I don't want to put threats out there, but there will be hell to pay. And the biggest thing about it is how much of a joke you are. While you've spent your weekend printing posters off of me and tippy-tapping stupid little comments on YouTube, I have been with my girlfriend and I have made love to her on 5 separate occasions. Who's losing now, you spasmoid little dickheads? Turn off. I have had an absolute arsehole of a day. Not what I need when I'm in the middle of giving up smoking. Number one, this morning I'm working with my least favourite colleague, and she has the tenacity to call me bloody tic-tac head again when I asked her to do something. Exactly the same as last time. Keep your hair on, tic-tac head, in front of a bloody service user. It's so unprofessional. Can't even go outside and have a cigarette and cool off afterwards. How dare she? Look, she looks like a fat trout. Bloody pouting lips like a cat's arsehole. Unbelievable. And then I have to experience the bloody annoyance of the boss on the way home, and there's a bunch of bloody school kids sniggering at each other and calling me tic-tac head. Alright, and I finally get home and I think, right, I've got some space, my sister's buggered off. I'm going to go up to the spare room where she was staying, I'm going to play on my SNES. I haven't been able to do it for months. It won't work on the downstairs telly, it won't bloody tune into the plasma for some reason. It only works on the old one. It's the bloody massive telly that goes back to Narnia. It's too big to carry downstairs. So I go in there thinking, great, a bit of SNES, I can cool off and distract myself. Her bloody kids, while they were staying, have stuffed sandwiches into the cartridge holder of my Super Nintendo. I've had that since 1993. I got it for Christmas, Mario All-Stars edition, and I've cared for that for bloody years and years and years. And she uses that bedroom for a couple of months and she lets her kids trash it. It's a classic console. Unbelievable, it's one of my most treasured possessions. And I text her about it, and she's texted me back saying, oh, who cares about it? What was it? She got my phone in here, right? And she just texted me back disrespectfully saying, oh, it's just an old piece of junk. Money falling out of my pocket. It's just an old piece of junk, who cares about it? How dare you call it an old piece of junk? Amy, you stoop, right? You have got more in common with that SNES than you know. You're both pushing 30 years old, and half of the bloody blokes in my class at school had had a go on you. Disrespectful little slot buckets. Really at the limit today. This is why you should never start smoking, because at some point you're going to have to go through the hell of giving up, and every spasmoid in the world is going to wind you up. I'm sorry to rant on camera, but I've got to get it out somehow. I'm just pissed off today. I'm sorry to swear. Right, I've had a very humiliating morning. If you see footage of me, right, trying to chase after these teenagers and falling over and being humiliated, please do not watch it. And if you do watch it, leave hate on it and send me a link so I know who they are. Right? I went up to the park this morning. Previously, I'd filmed all my footage for my send around the house. And I woke up thinking, you can do better than that, Callum. I saw the sun was shining. I thought, I'll get up there, impressive backdrop behind me, I'll do it in one take. So I'm setting up in as deserted a corner of the park as I could find, right? Got my tripod up, and there's this group of teenagers not too far from me. Nothing I can do about that. There's a fug of marijuana cigarettes floating over at me, 11 o'clock in the morning. Bloody spunk monkeys on the bloody fast track to Chicken Cottage. Anyway, I've done one take, and as I'm doing it, I can see out of the corner of my eye, there's this lanky streak of piss standing up, doing a bloody dance, mocking me, and everyone's laughing. All of his mates are laughing.
just ignore it, because I could see all of them was filming me. Obviously, they wanted a reaction. So I ignored it. I finished my take, I started moving the camera around to another one from a different angle to edit it all together, right? And they start chanting at me like I'm a football player, but not nice stuff, right? They're chanting at me, there's only one tic-tac ahead, one tic-tac ahead. He's got a big bonce, he looks like a nonce who's walking in a tic-tac wonderland. A big nonce is chanting at me in the middle of the park. How dare you, absolute bunch of spunk monkeys? That's not a nonce, that is nonsense. Anyway, I put it out of my mind because I know they want me to react. I know that's their goal, right? Move the camera around for my next shot, right? And one of them chucks a bloody apple at my head. I just lost it at that point. I started pelting after him. He's got all of his mates with him. They're all running around. I can't catch any of them. And I slipped over. Right, and they're all in hysterics and just standing there filming me. I just went and got my camera and walked away as fast as I could. Because if I got hold of one of them at that point, I'd be going to prison. Disgusting behaviour.
Right, Morgs, that clickbaiting little chuffnut has replied to me. Now, he will get dealt with, fully dealt with, in a commentary channel video once I'm home. But this is just a quick holding video going out to all his little crisp munching preteen fans. Get the hell off my channel, your comments are ridiculous. I thought suddenly that a bloody special school or something had been given access to my channel on YouTube and they were commenting in it. I've never read such a bunch of semi-illiterate crap in my life. How can you mug me off if you can't even spell tic-tac? It's pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. I don't want you on my page. This content is going to go way over your head. It's not some little sweaty spasmoid pretending to get access to FIFA 4 months early and then just talking about what it might be like. It is intelligent, creative, heartfelt content, and it is going to go way over your pathetic little heads. Now, you need to bugger off my page. I haven't got time to keep replying to you and educating you. It's going to take too long if you can't even spell tic-tac. Bugger off to the toy channels and watch that, because that's going to be more appropriate for you, you sweaty, pathetic, disgusting little spasmoids.
Alright, I am absolutely livid today. You can see what's happened there. Tom's gone to the train station at 8 o'clock this morning to drop his mum off. He's walked her to the platform and come back to his car and found that some pathetic, vandalising little vagina has smashed his front windscreen in. Now, it's not someone who's tried to nick something out of his car. You know, you couldn't excuse it even for that, but at least there'd be some kind of justification there. It is literally someone who's smashed his front windscreen in for the pure enjoyment of it. What kind of person does that? Some jizz-drinking little cum bucket, that's who. You can clearly see in the back of Tom's car, there's car seats in there. It's the vehicle he uses to take his children round in, and now it's covered in bloody glass. He's had to spend the last £75 he had in the world to pay the excess on the insurance to get him to come out and fix this. And they can't even come out until Saturday now, so he is without a car, living in a remote part of Wales. He has just started a new job. This is some guy who's trying to get back on his feet, and he now hasn't got the transport to even get to work. This is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. I don't know what kind of miserable, pathetic little spasmoid does this, but I tell you what, I hope they get hit by a train, because your existence is beyond pathetic.
Absolutely fuming. I've had a massive waste of my time today, right? I had to go to a course for my job. I'm a care worker, right? I had to go to this course of communicating with the service users in a modern world. I mean, I knew it was going to be a bloody bag of arse just from the title. Communicating with them with a bloody modern world. They're 90-year-old old folk. Whose house you go to? In modern world, we're going to be faxing and emailing them. It's ridiculous, right? And I got there, and I hate these courses anyway, I should be bloody teaching them, not going to them. And the first thing we had to do was this bloody role play and just show how we'd go about our everyday job. We paired up, and I had this lass with me, and I was just doing what I'd normally do, chatting to her like, you right, pet, how you doing, you know, telling her what I was going to do. And she bloody singled me out for the language I was using. Apparently, we need to avoid that kind of language and use gender-neutral language. Gender bloody neutral? Why do we have to be gender neutral? What the hell's wrong with being a man or a woman? There are two genders, bloody more than two according to some of these bloody idiots. Why can we not say a bloke is a bloke or a woman is a woman? What the hell? Why have we all got to be the bloody same? We're allowed to be different. We are different. It was absolute madness. And I was arguing with her about her, and she wouldn't have it, the bloody teacher. She was like a rabid, feminist, a bloody feminati like the Illuminati, a bloody feminine enemy with a little sea enemy with dark, obnoxious tentacles just pumping a ridiculous spunk out into the room. I don't mind feminists, you know, equality between the genders is fine, but when you're just using your political views to bloody promote a load of pet hates that you've got, it's ridiculous. These people make me sick. Right, and this bloody tutor later on in the course, right? We were sitting around while she's chatting at us, and she starts talking about posture, and she singles me out again for the way I'm sitting with my legs apart. What the hell's about with that? Oh, apparently it can be construed as a passive-aggressive male dominance gesture. I'm just sitting comfortably. I said I'm just sitting comfortably. This is the most comfortable way for me to sit. It's got nothing bloody gesture here. And she says, well, there's absolutely no scientific reason for you to sit like that, and it is a habit of males, not females. Yes, of course it's a habit of males. We've got bloody meat and veg hanging down between our legs. It's more comfortable to sit with crossed legs and squish my bloody testicles. I said, that's ridiculous. How can you've never had male genitalia? She's literally never had male genitalia anywhere near her, but I said, it's ridiculous. You haven't got male genitals hanging between your legs. How do you know what's comfortable? Starts coughing and sputtering and stuff. I bloody banged straight in there. I said, no, there is no answer for that. I wouldn't go up to a bloody pregnant woman who's all like, stretching her back and stretching out and say, would you mind not doing that? I find that offensive. It's a feminist bloody dominance move. I wouldn't do that because I've got no idea what it's like to have a bloody baby in me. I'm a bloke just like she's got no idea what it's like to have a bloody cock and balls. So shut the hell up. Bloody feminist, it's ridiculous, right? And then I get home, this is the bloody piece of resistance. I get home, I get a bloody phone call, and she's not passed me through the course. She said my attitude was too bad. I've got to go back 2 hours tomorrow and do the whole bloody thing again. And I know the only way I'm going to pass is if I suck up to her. Bloody head office, I'm fuming at them. I smashed my phone when I got that phone call, just chucked it on the floor. So now this stupid feminist bint owes me a phone and she owes me 4 hours of my life back. It makes me sick. They're ridiculous. I do not know what is happening to the world anymore.